Welcome back, 742. Polls show most African Americans are religious. 9 in 10 African Americans indicate they are absolutely certain God exists. But what about that minority within a minority? Call them atheists, agnostic, humanists. They feel ostracized. We talked to one woman who is trying to bridge this philosophical divide between believers and non-believers. It is a sign from above. This billboard on the South Side features an African-American woman. The message: we are here to challenge you to think for yourself. A secular message to an African-American community where 79% say religion is very important in their lives, compared to 56% among all American adults. We tracked down the woman on the billboard, Kimberly Veal. Studying world religions raised her curiosity and her doubt.
I was raised in a church. However, around the age of 11, 12, I started asking questions and questioning religion.
She kept her silence for years, but family and friends could sense by her questions that she was losing faith. She is now the president of People of Color Beyond Faith.
There are many people out here who are surprised when they find out that there are black atheists.
These billboards help Kimberly's and other organizations reach out to people, especially African Americans, who feel ostracized because of what they don't believe.
It's demoralizing, and you feel even more marginalized, especially if you come from groups that have been traditionally marginalized.
For African Americans, the church is more than just a place to worship on Sunday. During slavery, it was the one day of the week they felt some sense of freedom.
The black church was born underground during slavery. It had primarily two aspects. One was everyday survival, and the second aspect was liberation.
I say roll, Jordan, roll.
The word atheism has a bad sound and a bad taste in the black community in America because of the role, the positive role, that the black church and black Christianity have played.
He says the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. inspired followers to turn their faith into action.
He redefined the Christian church as not just praying on Sunday, but a church who's on Monday through Friday involved in actual struggle for the full humanity of all persons.
And become a force for voting rights, education, and feeding the hungry. That's where African American atheists face a challenge. Billboards like these may help non-believers find others with a common philosophy. But then what?
Jesus is alive.
Kimberly Veal would like to partner with churches and help them meet the more practical needs of the community. She realizes not every pastor will welcome her, but Horace Smith will. He's been the pastor of Apostolic Faith Church for 35 years.
I think that sometimes Christians do go so far to make sure they have not denied their faith, they almost lambast people. Why don't you believe this? You're crazy, or you're stupid, or you're whatever. Nah, that doesn't work. Again, it's browbeating. I think that our job is to reflect Jesus, and people have to make a choice. You can't brainwash and beat people into belief.
Yeah, it's demoralizing, but for the most part, it kind of makes us stronger because we'll come back to them in a year or two later and ask, okay, are you ready to talk to us yet?
A debate on theology between Christians and atheists may be pointless, but the debate on how to help people is something both sides can agree. Pastor Smith says his church would be happy to work alongside atheists in a soup kitchen. To not do so would disavow what Jesus taught in the first place. Let's get a check of the weather. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Larry, we're looking at clouds across the majority of Chicagoland. We've got some rain well south and into northwest Indiana, and we'll keep some spotty showers in the forecast through the daytime hours.